The episode opens with the relentless effort of the crew to unveil the mysteries of Oak Island. On the list of the hundreds of tasks to be checked by the team before the ancient treasure can be found, this episode is centered around drilling a borehole named D5N24.5. The borehole is stated to be located 28 foot east of the garden shaft, and from possibility, it might be the pathway to the underground tunnel called the Baby Blob. One might be curious as to why the team is interested in that spot alone despite having several fields of land to explore. Their interest dates back decades, if not centuries, when people actively sought fields with raw materials such as iron or in metal materials. From their tests and exploration, this region seeks to have a high concentration of raw materials buried deep underneath the ground. Originally, it was not the team's plan to confirm the accuracy of the presence of the metallic materials underground. However, a week ago during a small-scale excavation and study of the area, there was evidence to prove that the metal materials were closer to the Earth's surface than assumed. Traces of the material were found on a plank of wood, and the team's surveyor Steve Guptill urged that full-scale research be conducted throughout the island's surface to determine how far the materials are spread. The wood sample was also sent for testing to determine the period of its existence and whether the metal materials were still durable. There is hope that when the results are finally concluded, the exact source of the natural resources can be found and extracted. Assuming the suspicion of the team is accurate, in the future, there will be a 98T extension of the garden shaft, which undoubtedly will be constructed as a tunnel to dig out the long-buried treasure. While the team continued its drilling tasks, the scanned carbon dating results of the wood sample C14 were revealed in the war room after days of study. The team and their business partners expressed their curiosity, and while the results were positive, they were also unexpected. The results of the carbon dating of the metal stain would have a chance of being in existence as far back as 1755 to 1804. There is a big chance that the precious metals went unnoticed for years. Another result that stands out to Charles is the Duc d'Anville expedition to recapture Louisbourg in 1746. If his theory is even a little accurate, there is a chance that the garden shaft was a deposit region for some natural resources. His theory was confirmed by French naval ship law that South Halifax, now Oak Island, was indeed a deposit site for valuables, treasures, and raw materials. So far, for the team's discovery of the treasures, there have been several hints and a few discoveries that guarantee that they are on the right site despite their difficulty in finding the exact location of the hidden treasure. Most recently, 3 Roman coins, a 14th century lead batter token with the shape of a cross, and artifacts from the stone-lined structures. The war room meeting dispersed with mutual agreement on the drilling of the tunnel. Not long after, their plan to monitor the drilling process also led to more anticipation. After studying some soil samples from the excavation, from past experience, unusually soft soil indicates 3 likely things: the presence of precious metals in the location, a worn-out underground construction, and lastly, the possibility of other humans being in a hidden site underground, very possibly a tunnel or a form of passageway that leads to the main site of the buried treasures. Moving away from the money pit area, the team's metal detection experts, Rick Lagina and Gary Drayton, try to find answers to the origin and main location of the treasure on Lot 5. Their belief is that the money might either be very close or have a complicated architectural design that needs more digging, drilling, and research to locate. As per usual practice, the 2 experts mark spots with a metallic presence using flags to identify them for later research. After confirming the presence of metallic objects in the target area, one of the spots was dug out, and a tiny ancient lead shot that possibly dates back to the 1700s confirms the Duc d'Anville theory. At the end of their metal detection on Lot 5, an unknown artifact was first perceived to be a shell casing but confirmed by Helen to be a broken part of military arms, possibly a gun. It was agreed to be taken to the lab to test their hypothesis and satisfy their curiosity. Their findings conclude the hard work of the day, which ended on a positive note. Energized by the rest and driven by the results from the earlier day, the team resumes working on the drilling machine while converging at the war room to have a visual meeting with representatives from Duma Construction Limited. The purpose is to confirm the approval of their drilling and excavation rights by Nova Scotia's authorities' code of practice so their research can be furthered without legal barriers. From the Zoom meeting, the construction company representative speaker asserts their preparedness to deepen the garden shaft a few feet and is good to go as soon as the government's approval is confirmed. There was a need to return to Lot 5 to further investigate the marked spots from the day before. However, on getting there, a bunch of the team's archaeologists had already made a head start in digging into a mysterious tree with a rock foundation. The rock wall was found a year ago during a metal detecting process by Gray and Rick. Since its discovery, the team has been researching where it leads as well as carefully digging into the ground surrounding it. So far into the digging, the team was able to recover some ancient artifacts such as pieces of broken pottery, broken or worn-out pipes, and stems that, no surprise, were also reported to date back to the 1750s. Without a doubt, the timeline for the buried treasure is in the 1700s, as the soil of the garden shaft and the ancient tunnel also date back to this period. The archaeologists of the Oak Island team are very involved in drawing conclusions from the pieces of evidence gathered so far. The team believes the rock bed is not a result of friction or natural causes but a deliberate attempt to keep something hidden underneath the Earth's surface. The archaeology team is still early in the digging, and there is a huge chance of uncovering many artifacts buried deep in the soil. One of the early discoveries of digging the flagged marked area was that the supposed gun part was taken to the Interpretative Center for Carbon Dating and further studies. It was found to be a piece of a dismantled musket used in Europe in the 16th century. The CT scan from Skyscan 1273 showed a very clear scan of the object similar to when it was first created. From the clarity of the scan, some Roman numerical inscriptions VII were found on the artifact, and while inscriptions are not infamous on artifacts, the chances of that tiny piece being marked are unusual, albeit deliberate, not coincidental. Also, there were similar inscriptions on artifacts found at Smith's Cove on the island. A 65 feet long wooden structure was uncovered. It bore the same Roman numerals and was possibly an object for water diversion or to regulate flooding. Based on the artifacts complementing each other and being so closely carbonated, it is not a far-fetched theory to assume it was the remains of the French naval military ship in 1776. After all, even the logs and travel journals point to Oak Island as the deposit site of the unsuccessful war. The two artifacts are very connected, and as time and excavation go on, more answers will be provided about the roots. The team had a collective agreement to revisit Lot 5 and research for similar or new artifacts. The seemingly never-ending drilling from the start of the day, when studied, had dug an impressive depth of over 105 feet into D5 and 24.5, getting very close to the rumored passageway. A 7.5 foot wood from the tunnel, said to be under the garden shaft, was sucked in by the drilling machine. There is a high chance it belongs to a collapsed or rusted tunnel, confirming that construction is definitely underneath the garden shaft. Pursued their unyielding determination and tenacity accentuated the noble pursuit of knowledge and discovery, resulting in an enduring tale that will forever be associated with human curiosity. Oak Island has been an enigma for centuries, attracting the attention of treasure hunters, historians, and conspiracy theorists. With each new discovery made by the devoted exploration crew, the allure of the island has grown. Experts were astounded to discover a paved area in the wetland, a peculiar anomaly. In addition, they discovered a 500-year-old stone road, shedding light on the island's ancient history and heightening the mystery encircling its secrets. A mid-15th century rock drill was discovered in the B4C shaft, which was possibly the most astonishing discovery. This artifact has prompted speculation about the island's hidden history and valuable treasures. As Oak Island continues to disclose its secrets, the world eagerly anticipates additional discoveries and the chance to decipher its ancient mysteries. The Lagina brothers and their devoted team embarked on an extraordinary voyage to uncover Oak Island's long-held secrets. Their efforts and breakthroughs brought them closer to the legendary treasure, increasing their confidence that it was within reach. One discovery in particular stood out among their recent discoveries. As they meticulously scrutinized the rock drill discovered in the B4C shaft, a profound realization occurred: this ostensibly unremarkable artifact had the potential to be crucial evidence leading them directly to the concealed treasure chamber buried beneath the ground. The crew made a remarkable discovery that sparked intense speculation. Through a network of tunnels, they believed they were near to discovering the elusive money pit or a hidden treasure chamber. Even though they were in the final phase of excavation, the crew remained determined to reach their goal. When they discovered a 90 feet deep tunnel, they believed it was a sign that they were approaching the original money pit. Unfazed by the difficulty of the voyage thus far, they proceeded with the unshakable conviction that they were getting closer to uncovering the mysteries of the money pit. Armed with newly acquired knowledge and an insatiable desire for answers, the Lagina brothers and their companions prepared to delve even deeper, prepared to confront the mysteries that awaited them. Each step drew them closer to uncovering the centuries-old secrets that had been concealed. Their determination was fueled by their unwavering pursuit of the treasure, which had captivated the minds of innumerable explorers before them. The group developed a novel strategy based on their previous findings. They decided to concentrate their efforts on investigating the mysterious stone-paved area in the swamp because they believed it would provide important clues as to the location of the treasure. Using advanced ground-penetrating radar technology, they scanned the surface of the swamp, revealing anomalies that may indicate the presence of concealed chambers or tunnels. The ground-penetrating radar surveys uncovered a remarkable discovery: a network of interconnected tunnels beneath the swamp. The crew realized that these tunnels may hold the key to unlocking Oak Island's final secrets. The crew was filled with anticipation as they prepared to investigate these underground passages, knowing that they were on the verge of a significant discovery. With their specialized equipment and protective clothing, the team entered the recently unknown tunnels with courage. The ambience inside was damp and unsettling, which amplified their feelings of excitement and danger. As they progressed deeper into the complex labyrinth, they discovered shards of tools, signs of human habitation, and cryptic symbols etched into the tunnel walls. Each step brought them closer to the long-awaited revelation. After years of arduous searching, the team uncovered a secret chamber concealed deep within the tunnels. As they cautiously opened the chamber door, they were dumbfounded by what they saw. They stood there in awe as they encountered the ultimate prize they had tirelessly sought. The treasure that had evaded them for what seemed like an eternity suddenly materialized before their eyes. It was an awe-inspiring sight, a collection of dazzling jewels, each glistening in its own brilliant hue. Alongside them were antiquities that told tales of long-vanished civilizations. The containers were brimming with unfathomable riches, including gold and silver that glistened with unrivaled opulence. After years of effort, the Oak Island venture curse was ultimately resolved. Their perseverance and diligence paid off as they uncovered secrets that had been concealed for centuries. In that moment of victory, they felt a mixture of elation and relief, knowing that their unyielding pursuit had led to the discovery of a lifetime. Click the subscribe button if the video has piqued your interest thus far. The discovery of the treasure on Oak Island was not only a triumph for the Lagina brothers and their team but also a demonstration of human tenacity and the enduring appeal of adventure. The treasure would provide invaluable historical insights, inspire new discoveries, and captivate the world with tales of intrigue and mystery. Oak Island's mystery never ceases to astound us, but what precisely? Let's find out. John Stemmer supports the official Quest of the Oak Island website, where you can read a fascinating article about this region. Lear, the expert, believes the ring of stones they discovered could be the foundation of a circular structure. Interesting, yes? When investigating the structure of Lot 5 in minute detail, concentric rings of stones are visible from approximately 100 feet away from the shore. An insightful contributor by the name of Barbara Kopak made an insightful point. She hypothesized that this structure was a kiln, possibly a lime kiln. Its design resembles an ancient Roman furnace discovered in Europe. It is important to observe that Barbara's experience as an architectural artist enabled her to make this intriguing connection. Its proximity to the shore enhances its attractiveness. John Stemmer and the Quest of Oak Island Facebook page utilized the incredible Muon drone to capture photographs. When considering the likelihood that it is a kiln, exciting possibilities emerge. Barbara Kopak's intriguing observation connects the connections, suggesting that this structure may have been a pipe-making kiln. The possibility that it was used to produce pipes piqued people's interest. Given the rumors of a flood tunnel system and the existence of a hydraulic mechanism, pipes would have been required for elevating and lowering the vault. Historiographically, the location of a kiln is crucial. Typically, they were situated away from communities to avoid disturbing residents with pollution. Lot 5 meets this requirement perfectly. It is also essential to be close to water and fuel sources. Fortunately, Oak Island provides both abundant wood for fuel and simple access to water for dilution of clay. It must be stressed that this is all conjecture, but it is intriguing to consider the possibility that Oak Island structures are related to ancient furnaces. In the slideshow, you can view a variety of kiln structures, including European and Roman-era examples. Are you not in agreement that the similarities are quite striking? Next, we will consider the shape. The notion that it might be a kiln was predominantly prompted by its appearance. Note the manner in which it expands. This may imply that there is more to learn than we are currently aware of. The debris-covered ring is clearly visible in a photograph. Now, this detritus could serve as part of the foundation, similar to the stone wall on Lot 26. Alternately, filling in with detritus could be the result of a construction project on Oak Island. If they had been digging tunnels, they would have needed to dispose of a great quantity of waste, and this area would have been ideal. When examining another image of a Roman kiln, be mindful of how far back it extends. Please take note of the large number of small fragments arranged in long rows to form concentric rings, which resemble what we observe on Oak Island. If this is a kiln, it may resemble this type, and where they are currently excavating may be the primary chamber. Remember how in one of the most recent episodes of Curse of Oak Island, they made a hollow sound by striking a boulder at the bottom of the hole? They may still be required to reach the firebox area. Those fragments with the hollow sound could be protecting the fireplace, after all. Currently, we are still determining how the temporary superstructure was constructed. It could have been built with rocks or something entirely distinct. However, this is not the only event that occurred at Oak Island. Astonished that the entire world, there is still more. Both the stone wall on Lot 26 and the pine tar furnace on Lot 15 contain fragments of charcoal that indicate the presence of fire. They also discovered a piece of pottery, which provides additional insight into what the object may be. Researchers discovered something. Oak Island, a secluded location off the south coast of Nova Scotia, has fascinated treasure hunters for generations. Researchers recently uncovered something unbelievable in the Oak Island money pit, drawing the attention of academics, scientists, and explorers eager to uncover its buried secrets. Many have risked their fortunes and even their lives searching for hidden wealth, yet few have succeeded. The arrival of the Lagina brothers marked a turning point in the quest. Confident in their skills, they set out to locate the fabled treasure. Their efforts caught the attention of the ANE network, which collaborated with them to create the Curse of Oak Island. This partnership provided the financial backing necessary to continue their investigation. Despite initial setbacks, patience paid off. After 3 seasons, they made significant discoveries, including a ceremonial Roman sword, suggesting the island may have been visited before Christopher Columbus. Other artifacts, such as a handcrafted map of France dated to 1647, fueled further speculation. Among their most intriguing finds were fragments of an ancient book and parchment made from animal skin, hinting at the presence of historical documents. They also uncovered gold coins and a medieval cross, which some believed was linked to the Knights Templar. The cross's lead covering concealed gold, leading to theories about hidden smuggling operations. The Lagina brothers' determination kept them going despite countless failed attempts by past explorers, including President Roosevelt. Over the years, numerous artifacts have surfaced, including bones of individuals of Middle Eastern and European descent, adding another layer of mystery. Some theorize these men were part of a secret expedition centuries ago. Although they have yet to uncover definitive treasure, the Lagina brothers now own 50% of Oak Island. Their journey continues, fueled by their desire to solve one of history's greatest mysteries. Could the ultimate discovery still be waiting? Stay tuned to find out.